Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day. I'm Ilya Dayana Shamsuddin from Sultan Idris Education University, and I'm going to share about child-led play for children with autism spectrum disorder from their parents' perspectives. Children with autism spectrum disorder experience myriad of difficulties, including impaired in social interaction and communication, lack of theory of mind, which is used in understanding self and others, as well as rigid behavior. They are highly dependent on their parents for their daily living activities and also play. Play has been recognized as a multifaceted activity that supports children's learning and development. It is a voluntary, internally motivated, process-oriented, fun and enjoyable. Play is performed for a non-serious purpose. In order for a play activity to be beneficial, play skills and playfulness are the key factors. Since play is process-oriented, children learn through play. Learning through play is practiced globally and locally here in Malaysia. It focuses on children exploring their environment, acquire new knowledge, skills and behavior as they engage in play activities. However, for children with ASD, they face a lot of challenges because they often demonstrate abnormal play skills and behaviors. These include limited play interest, abnormal use of play object, repetitive movement in play, and also difficulties in pretend play. They also lack of playfulness, that is, the player's motivations and dispositions during play. Play should be fun for children. Too often, play loses its nuances and benefits for children when the adults are in control of the activities. Adults' focus of play is not child-directed outcome. Instead, their own predetermined outcomes for learning. Even so, there is still limited information about play for children with autism to discuss play and its benefit for them. Therefore, this study was formulated to explore parents' perspectives on their children with ASD's play upon engaging in child-led play activities at home. This qualitative study employed in-depth semi-structured interviews with 4 families of children with ASD in Selangor and Kuala Lumpur. 7 parents were interviewed to obtain their in-depth perspectives on child-led play for children with autism. All interviews were done at the conclusion of 8 weeks of practicing child-led activities at home. The interviews were lasted between 45 to 75 minutes, were conducted in Malay language using 7 base questions. Probe questions were asked based on participants' responses. All the interviews were audio recorded, anonymized, and transcribed verbatim. Transcribed interviews were analyzed following the 8 steps of qualitative content analysis (QCA), and in order to ensure the reliability and trustworthiness of the data analyzed, triangulation with other sources, member checking, and audit trailing were also performed. Participants involved in this study include 4 mothers and 3 fathers of children diagnosed with autism. The children were aged between 4 to 6 years old, while the parents aged between 31 to 42 years old. The analysis resulted in 2 teams with numbers of categories for each team. Team 1 is play for children with ASD. Parents perceived play was somewhat important for their children with autism, but they still felt that children need to have a balance between play and academic learning. However, parents shared that upon practicing child-led play with their children with autism, they now understand play better, as they acknowledge that play is an activity that they do it together with children and not instructing the child what to do. But, as expected, some parents felt play is challenging for their children due to the children's lack of interest in play. The following excerpts from parents' interviews illustrate what parents thought about play for children with autism.
Children learn from play. We don't teach our children using book or anything. When he play, he thinks. At home, we play games based on academic, all types of toys, anything that we can find at the night market, all of them can be used.
We have to join their world first, observe, study what they like. When he interacted with us, then we join him. Before this, I will say you cannot play this, cannot do that. Instruction, instruction, instruction.
Theme 2 is benefits of child play for children with autism. Parents reported that their children with autism showed lots of improvements after engaging in child-led play activities. They showed an increase in interest with playing, either playing with toys, solitarily, and even social play. Their children expanded their play skills as they engaged in social play with parents, siblings, and other family members, also friends. Children with autism were also reported to interact with parents and family members more frequently. While interacting, they used verbal language more often and demonstrated an increase of expression in verbal communication. Other than that, children with autism also reported to express their positive and negative emotions more appropriately.
He was the one attacking us with the sword. He ran after us, attacking us. Before this, he did not.
He loves pretending to cook. He hid a snake toy in the oven and he called us. He asked me to open it, trying to prank us, so we pretended to be surprised.
Although previous studies typically found that children with autism who has difficulties in ranges of skills need structured guide when engaging in play activities, in this study, however, parents reported that their children's play has improved with the practice of child-led play. This is probably due to parents' involvement in their children's self-directed play despite reporting their children's challenges to engage in child-led play due to their interest in play. It is worth noted that when opportunity given to children to self-direct the play activities, it leads them to explore the world around them and beginning to understand their preferences and interests in various things, including toys. And this is especially true for children with autism, because when children's experience of leading the play with the parents joining them, it increases the playfulness of the play for children with autism, which is then lead to children with play skills improve, and it also may link to their language development improvement with the child-led play activities. To conclude this presentation, the findings from this study suggest that both parents and children with autism has the ability to engage in child-led play activities. It has positively influenced a range of skills development for children with autism, including play, social, language, and communication skills, as well as their behavior. This child-led play should be encouraged amongst educators and parents in Malaysia. However, the findings needs to be interpreted with caution, as the study only involved a limited number and variant of participants as well as limited data included in data analysis. It is also recommended for future study to consider to expand the variant of participants and data to be collected and analyzed. These are the list of references cited in this presentation. So thank you for everyone who has been listening to this presentation. If you have any questions, please do contact me via email at iliadayana@fpm.upsi.edu.my. Thank you.